Back, I'm Carl Koslowski of Big Hollywood, and I'm here with Allen Marsh, who's one of the stars of the terrific new series Courage, New Hampshire. What role do you play in the show, and how does it fit into the dynamics of the whole thing? This is a Revolutionary War era series, and so are you on the good side or the bad side of that?
I'm on neither side, actually. My character's name's Abraham Fox. And he fits in the sense of kind of being on the fence. He doesn't know, well, I'd say initially he's very much a king's man, you know, a loyalist. But I think throughout the series he's going to have a bit of a crisis of conscience.
Okay.
As to where his loyalties lie.
We interviewed Basil Hoffman earlier, and he got to deliver some delicious insults to people. So do you have any particularly favorite
good
juicy
lines?
moments or juicy lines or devious things you're doing, like frightening children or skinning cats or anything?
I don't really do anything of that nature. My character's a fairly good guy.
Okay.
He's got 4 kids, apparently. I just found out in the last episode, who we've never seen. He's a widower, and so they're off with his sister.
Playa.
Well, and he's lonely. Well,
he needs to get the kids back. He won't be so lonely. But yeah.
He needs a companion, but he's a little too shy, maybe, or a little too upright to go after the person that he wants.
Okay.
So meanwhile, all the other guys in town are swooping in and trying to court this person.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a little romance, a little sort of the Revolutionary War era bachelor, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, we actually had a day where we had Team Fox, which was my character. We had Team Laud, the Reverend Laud, and Team Fogg, and all 3 of these guys are trying to get the same girl, Abby Lamb. So
wow.
We had stickers, and the people in the crew got to choose which team they were on. It was kind of fun.
When do I get to meet Abby Lamb? That's a good idea.
I know.
That's what all the fuss is about, huh? Do you feel that this show has like any particular resonance to modern times, or is it just great old-fashioned entertainment like Little House on the Prairie, for instance?
I think it's both. More so than Little House on the Prairie, which was great old-fashioned entertainment, and I grew up on that show.
Oh, yeah.
But I think there's a little more of a message here, just as Americans reminding us where we came from, how we were founded, and all the incredible obstacles we had to overcome to even get to the point where we were a nation, you know?
Yeah.
It was not an easy road, and I didn't even realize how difficult a road it was for these guys. And women and children and everybody in the...
And their horses.
And their horses, yeah, I'm being inclusive here.
I understand you played C.S. Lewis once, so...
I did, yeah.
What's the difference between playing a real-life person and fictional characters? Difference in preparation, or no, or is it all basically the same?
Difference in preparation, because to get the C.S. Lewis role, I didn't. This is funny. I didn't even audition in person. He auditioned me over the phone.
What?
Mainly, he wanted somebody who sounded like C.S. Lewis, and
how would somebody know what C.S. Lewis sounded like?
Well, weirdly enough, I had tapes of C.S. Lewis.
That is pretty weird.
I'm a big C.S. Lewis fan.
Were you stalking him, or
well, no, he's dead.
Okay.
Kind of. I guess I was stalking him in a sense, you know. Grew up reading him, was a big fan, and I was looking through a catalog one day, and it said these are the few surviving BBC recordings of him. So I thought, cool, and I sent off for them, and I never thought they would be useful, but they got me a job. So
wow.
So to get back to your question, though, that took more preparation actually than this, because I had to sound like him. Here, I can sort of be myself a little bit more.
So was it just your voice being used, or were you actually playing him physically as
That's
well?
the funny thing. I was playing him physically, and I'm nothing like him physically. He's about 6'2", balding, and a big guy, and I'm, 5'10".
But you had his voice.
I had his voice.
Sounds like a strange casting director.
You can't tell always how tall somebody is on tape, Or
well, I know that Anthony Hopkins played him as an old man in Shadowland.
He did, yeah.
So I think you're more handsome than Anthony Hopkins. So
I'm not a better actor, but it's funny because he played him, and another guy played him. I can't think of his name. There's only about 4 people who've played him. But if you go to that character page now on IMDb, I'm on there, and I feel I'm with Anthony Hopkins. I wouldn't even be in the same room with Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah,
so it's funny.
Wow.
It's strange the way
I think
these
you
things
should
work.
get in touch with Anthony.
Josh Ackland, that's the other guy who played C.S. Lewis, and I think did a better job than Anthony Hopkins.
Really?
Yeah.
Josh Ackland?
Well, no, didn't do a better job. Was more like him physically, I should say.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I understand you used to be an intelligence analyst
Yeah.
for the CIA, or
No, it was in the CIA.
Oh,
It was Air Force.
Shaw.
I joined the Air Force after a year of college,
Uh-huh.
and the recruiter said, you know, what do you want to do? You could do pretty much any job, and I had no idea, you know. Well, my mom was there, and my mom was like, oh, he loves spy novels, and he's like, oh, great, we'll put him in intelligence. Well, it was nothing like a spy novel. I sat in a dark room all day in Hawaii, you know, and
A dark room in Hawaii.
yeah,
That sounds
a room
kinda
with no
dark.
windows in Hawaii.
Doing what?
Looking at aerial photographs
Of
foreign
say?
countries. Yeah.
Oh wow, but in Hawaii, so that's not all bad.
Right. Yeah. It was not a bad.
Why
thing.
was it a dark room? Couldn't they give you some light?
Well, it wasn't dark. It was dark because there was no windows. They had
all right.
lights. Yeah.
They were afraid the people would get to you in Hawaii and spy on you. It's like, it's Hawaii, man. I don't know.
Right,
You
yeah.
decided to be an actor, leaving the glamour of intelligence analysis in a dark room in Hawaii. So how did you decide to switch into acting?
Yeah, I spent a lot of years wandering in the wilderness, trying different jobs. And
In Hawaii, or?
no, back in the States.
Oh, that would
now.
be the jungle, not the wilderness.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Right.
So you were doing other jobs. What other jobs?
Well, let's see. When I got out, I worked construction briefly,
Uh-huh.
and then I was a telemarketer. I was
You're that guy that.
yeah,
Okay.
graphic designer.
Uh-huh.
I was church secretary. I was an armed bank security guard. I was.
Wow.
I did
Did you foil any robberies or anything like that?
No.
No.
Actually, I got robbed as an armed. I did. As I was locking up the bank,
job.
a guy ran off with my bag, with my briefcase, because he thought it had money in it. And
What was in it? Money or?
no, just like my school books.
Oh, your school books.
Yeah.
Sounds like, what were you, 12? I mean, no wonder you got picked up.
I was in college.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get. I was one of my like 20-year search for a college education.
20 years, wow.
20.
You're like, man. I mean, John Belushi made it in 7.
I know. Yeah, I was
20?
the eternal student.
What were you doing? I mean,
I
you
was
partying.
trying different jobs,
Okay.
you know, and
All right.
you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't in any hurry.
Well, what was your what was your favorite job out of all the random things?
My favorite job was church secretary. Actually,
Church secretary, really?
I wasn't really. I was a campus ministry secretary, and I was
Okay.
also a building manager of this old mansion in Omaha. So I got to live in the mansion. So that was kind
Wow.
of fun.
I mean, that was part of the job?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
Being a church secretary, you got to live in a mansion.
Well, no, I got the church secretary job
Wow.
first, and then they needed somebody to run the building, and I got that job too, which
Sweet.
I didn't get paid, but I got to live there. So
Hey, that's not bad.
yeah.
Tell the ladies it's my mansion.
I lived in the attic.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
Well,
it
it
was.
prepared you for the dark room later in Hawaii. you know.
Right.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the star, one of the stars of Courage, New Hampshire. You will know him. You'll love him. Give it up for Allen Marsh, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Carl. It was nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
All right.